What is going on, guys? This is Ryan from Redundant Technology, and I have an awesome unboxing for it. I'm pretty sure you guys can see it poking out over there, but this is the Corsair AX1200i. So this thing is an absolute mammoth of a PSU, and we're going to go ahead and unbox it for you guys today so you guys can get a better look at what's inside. So, without further ado, let's get started. So, like I was saying, this is the Corsair AX1200i. When this guy came out, it's been a little while, but when this guy actually came out, it was the first all-digital ATX power supply available. So that is something that's really, really cool. And obviously, I love the fact that Corsair links attached to this. I already have the H100i, their CPU liquid cooler. That thing is an absolute monster, and I'm excited to integrate this into my system. So, what I also love about this guy here is you'll see a professional series, of course, and then it says platinum rating. What essentially that means right there is it has a 80+ certification, rating it at maximum efficiency of 92% when under complete load. So that is absolutely awesome for someone who wants to push their system to the max. You got multiple video cards, you're overclocking your CPU, things like that. That is absolutely something that I would seek out without a doubt. Cool. So let's go under the hood here, kind of give you guys a better idea of what you're looking at. They obviously have like this cool holographic design here showing you. Obviously, this power supply is fully modular. That is huge for someone who wants to go ahead and do cable management. I'm actually real anal about my cables, so that is a huge benefit for me. And then up top here, you'll see a list of all the cables included. You're going to have one 24-pin, obviously, for your motherboard connection. You'll have two 8-pins. One obviously will go to your CPU. If you're running a server motherboard and running two CPUs, then that's what that extra one will be used for. But you know, nowadays with your 7990s and your Titans, those are actually going to require an 8-pin and a 6-pin. So it's nice to have an extra one there. But they thought ahead on that too, because you have 6 PCIe cables, 6 pins with the 2-pin adapters, so you can actually run it into an 8-pin. So that's really nice if you do run like dual Titans or something like that. Obviously, your X16 SATA cables, you're going to have 16 of those, and then you're going to have 12 Molex cables for extensions and fans and things like that. They did include 2 floppy cables. Not really sure who's still using a floppy drive, but you know, if it's a server or something like that, they might have some old stuff hanging around. Cool, so we'll flip that down and go ahead and swing her around to the back. Obviously here they give you some efficiency graphs and things like that and blah blah. Obviously again, Corsair link, awesome 7-year warranty on it. That's really huge. Knock on wood, I haven't had to actually use any of their warranties yet, but Corsair's a great company, and that's something that's really nice to have. And down here, it'll actually show the performance output. So what I love about this power supply too is they went to a single rail. So that's awesome because GPUs nowadays, especially the bigger ones, like I run 680s, those require a lot of power to actually go ahead and boot up. But once they're booted up, they don't actually use that much power. So it's just that initial push, and that single rail is actually going to push that all the way through for you. So that's actually going to do a much better job, and that's kind of why they're going to single rail GPUs or PSUs. I'm sorry, which is really good. And it's actually telling me here that my power supply is rated for 1204 watts, which is really cool. So let's go ahead and break this guy open. I kind of cheated a little bit, but we'll go ahead and open her up. You do have the all red interior, which I really love. That's a really cool look for the box. Like so. That's really nice. I'll probably end up recycling that or using that for something else. Alright, so let me show you guys what's in here in terms of manuals and things like that. So, obviously, you have your warranty guide here from Corsair, like I was saying, and it'll be 7 years. You do have your Corsair link installation instructions, how to get the program, where to download it from, obviously corsair.com/linksw. That's a pretty sweet thing there. And then obviously your installation guide. the AXI series installation guide. So obviously they have the 1200i, which is the one we're looking at here today, the AX860 and the AX760. So if you guys aren't using that much power, still check out either one of these power supplies. They're very, very cool items. But in terms of the installation guide, if you're probably like me, you probably don't need one. So awesome thick wrapped power cable. That's really, really nice. And they actually did the header a little bit different. It's actually a little thicker than normal. I kind of cheated. I already kind of know what's in here. This guy is going to be your Corsair Link USB 2 node. So this is actually going to be the thing that plugs in to that. And then you're going to end up running an additional cable and plugging in the power supply. But I can show you guys that when we get to it. So right here we have the bag with all of your modular cables. This guy here is awesome because when you have as many cables as come with this power supply, you definitely want a bag to kind of keep them separated. And with me switching out my computer so much, I put different components in it every week. Something like this is really, really nice to go ahead and keep all my cables together, because who knows when I might need some extra ones. And damned if I don't like Corsair for putting zip ties in the bag. That is awesome. When you're routing cables and doing cable management, zip ties are a must. I'm very, very anal about my my cable management. I'm sure I'll put up a video and show you guys exactly how my system looks, because that's something I haven't done yet. So stay tuned for that. Obviously you'll see the 1200i running in my system as well. And then we have the power supply. So Corsair put an awesome little baggie on it, which is really, really cool. I like that a lot. And honestly, this bag is pretty much big enough. You could probably put a headset in it, which is probably what I'll end up doing when it's all said and done. But we do have that there. Go ahead and take the plastic off for you. Okay, so this here, as I hold it upside down, is the Corsair AX1200i. Awesome power supply. It's a little bit longer than your standard. Like 7 inches is pretty much your standard. This one's going to be a little bit longer than that. So make sure before you get something like this that your cable or your case is actually capable of handling it. So that's something you definitely want to do. You will see here they will have the awesome Corsair logo on the bottom, but the way my case is oriented, it's actually going to sit like this, so I won't ever get to see that, unfortunately. But very, very cool. On this side here, you will have all of your modular hookups. So what's great about this is it's fully modular. Like I was saying about cable management, this is the optimal solution. That way you don't have extra cables you don't need. My camera's having trouble auto-focusing for me. You do have your 24-pin hookup here. This here, the COM port, is actually going to be where your Corsair Link links up to, which is really cool. You have all your PCI peripherals, and then these will be like for Molex and everything like that. What I love is it's got a self-test on that. That is huge. Like I was saying, when I swap out a lot of components into my system, I definitely want to make sure that I have a self-test there so we can get the green light before we power some stuff up. Your ratings, obviously power supply passed and the OK for manufacturing, and then like I was saying, it comes down, it says that you, after all stats are compiled, you have 1204 watts to use. And then on the back here, very cool little subtle AX 1200i logo, your power hookup, and then your nice fat on-off power switch. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'm very excited to put this thing in my rig. I hope that this video actually encourages you guys to get something like this. Obviously anything, the 860 or the 760 PSU are going to be really, really good fits for someone. Stay tuned. I will have a Corsair Link video up. That way you guys can go ahead and see how the software runs and what you actually gain from that Link system. And take it easy. Link, subscribe, check me out on my blog, redundanttechnology.net, and stay tuned. I'll see you guys later.